Hey family, Dr. Taylor here. Now this should become my most popular video because almost everyone I know loves sleep. So don't forget to leave a like if you like sleeping. Now sleep isn't just a luxury. It's a major player in keeping our bodies and minds healthy. So let's explore a few causes of insomnia and share some tips to help you get some rest. Let's buckle up and get ready to deep dive into the world of sleep. Eyes wide open. It's not just a pun. How can they get the information if they fall asleep? Okay, so you walk into my office and you say, Dr. Taylor, please help me. I can't sleep. Some people might actually say they have insomnia in this situation. So what happens next? I could direct you to taking an over-the-counter medication, or we could investigate. Now, I need more information. Like, what do you mean by you can't sleep? Do you mean that you can't fall asleep? Are you having trouble staying asleep? Or are you maybe having frequent nightmares? Do you see how these three different problems all have different solutions and they all fall under that header of I can't sleep? Now for this video, we're gonna go with you saying you can't fall asleep, so let's talk about insomnia. Insomnia is a super common sleep complaint that can be caused by all kinds of problems. So let's look at a few of these factors and talk about what adjustments we can make to try and get you some sleep tonight. Some of the most common causes of insomnia are pain, not feeling well, be it physically or emotionally, and anxiety. Now, quick note, I do have a sleep kit with some of my favorite products to help you get a good night's rest. Of course, those links are going to be in the description and in the comments, and I'm going to talk about them at the end of the video. But for now, we're going to focus on what you can do if it's 3 a.m., you don't have the sleep kit, and you definitely want to sleep. So let's say you come to me and say, Dr. Taylor, I can't sleep because I'm in pain. My first question would be, where is the pain? I need to know the location and type of pain because it can tell us a lot about the best way to handle it. Is it muscle pain? Are you maybe sleeping in an awkward position, like always on the same shoulder? Or does your job require you to stand or move in ways that put unusual stress on your body? And these are mechanical factors, things you might be doing that could physically contribute to your discomfort. For mechanical issues, I would definitely suggest you get adjusted. But if it's 3 a.m., don't call me, I'm sleeping. But for real, I would suggest you do your best to offset your weight to protect whatever is causing you pain. So, using the shoulder as an example, my favorite hack is using body pillows. You can use a bunch of regular pillows, but body pillows, or better yet, a pregnancy pillow, is really your best bet. You can have one pillow in front of you to hug, supporting your shoulders and your knees, but the real hack is the one that's behind you. It's going to be tucked under your back just a bit. That way you can kind of roll back off of your shoulder, leaving you lying at an angle, but supported in all the right places and with less pressure on the shoulder. Now for pain that feels like muscle pain but isn't as focused, like maybe your entire leg hurts, try variations of the position you would normally sleep in. For example, if you normally sleep on your back, try putting a pillow or two under your knees. Try removing your head pillow and lying flat. Try piling pillows and sitting up at an angle. Try sleeping on the bed at a different angle, like head at the foot of the bed or diagonally across the bed, or any combo of these to see if you can change the position just enough so you can get some rest. Sometimes what seems like a mechanical issue might actually be an internal one, like leg cramps or spasms, which can be excruciating enough to wake you up from a deep sleep. This could be related to a lot of things, but a super common one is an electrolyte balance. A simple remedy might be to increase your water intake with a pinch of salt and a squeeze of lemon in your water to restore your electrolytes naturally. An easy option at 3 a.m. It's all about trying to alleviate your body enough to relax. Simple changes like these can make a difference in the quality of your sleep. Next, let's consider another big factor that could be robbing you of your sleep. Earlier, I called it not feeling good. Now, not feeling good sounds kind of lame when compared to pain, but it can actually be very serious. One example is if you can't sleep because your stomach doesn't feel good. Sure, this could be because you overate or had too much dessert, but it could also be due to an ulcer forming or acting up. I'm not saying this to make you worried, but at my practice, when you have an uncomfortable feeling, we talk about it. Sure, maybe it's the dessert thing and we can move past it quickly, but if it concerns you, it concerns me. Not feeling good can also be a step on the staircase to pain. meaning that this can be a mechanical issue that hasn't progressed far enough yet to be painful, but your body is still trying to tell you something. Similar to the tips for pain, taking pressure off these areas can sometimes help, but also sometimes putting pressure on them can help as well. For example, if you don't feel well because you ate too much food, putting pressure on it can feel unbearable. However, if it's because you have an ulcer, the urge to put some pressure on the abdomen can actually reduce pain. Light pressure like weighted blankets or a pillow on the area can go a long way to help alleviate some discomfort. Additionally, heat on these areas can be really, really helpful. Pull out your heating pad or heated water bottle and place it over your abdomen. You might find it helps release some of the pressure and move things along. Lastly, one of my favorite hacks is muscle rub on your back or your belly. It might really help alleviate that. Remember that all of your stomach is made up of all these muscles, and it can go a long way in helping to relax those areas with support, heat, and muscle rubs. Now, what about anxiety? Stress, anxiety, and overall emotional distress are huge contributors to insomnia. It's not just about the mind racing at night. Emotional stress can physically alter the body's ability to relax and fall asleep. Now, this looks different in everyone, but it can look like you just laying down staring at the ceiling or tossing and turning nonstop. The first thing you have to consider here is your current stress levels. Has something happened recently that would reasonably keep you awake at night? Processing emotions is super important, but it's also hard, especially when you need to sleep. Now, I'm all about exploring emotions and talking it out, and maybe that's exactly what you need. But it's 3 a.m. If you can call someone, definitely give it a try. But if you can't, try to distract yourself. This is actually easier than you think. Going through something that needs to be done but is not that important can help. For example, it's important that I think about what gift I need to buy for that baby shower 3 weeks from now. But it's not dire. I can casually let my mind wander to what they might like. Sometimes getting up and actually doing something is also a good option. Start that load of laundry or run the dishwasher. It will make you feel like you did something while taking something off of your list, but still kind of quiet. Get out a pen and paper and write down all those thoughts. All the things you need to remember to do. Write it down so you can deal with it in the morning. Or maybe write down your plan for the day so you feel better knowing that there's a plan in place. It will help you ease your mind because you wrote it down and you won't forget it. Focus on your breathing. Close your eyes. Can you feel your body on the bed? Can you feel the sheet on your toes, on your legs, on your stomach? Can you feel the tension in your hands and your feet, in your neck? Slowly let it go. Deep breaths. Guided and mindful meditation is a great way to slowly bring your mind to focus on one thing and help you physically and mentally relax and let it go. Now, let's talk about my sleep kit. It's called the Better Z's kit. So in my Better Z's kit, this is kind of an overarching blanket of things for really whatever sleep issue you have. So I'm trying to cover all of the bases because realistically, some nights it's going to be insomnia, some nights it's going to be pain, whatever. We want to cover the bases in this kit. So my first and foremost is called Adrenacalm. It's by Apex Energetics. It is a cream. I really love it. It really kind of helps calm your system. It is definitely something that you want to do. It is definitely something that takes a little bit of time to sink into your system. So you want to do it like an hour or two before you go to bed. And you're just going to like rub it on someplace that seems soothing to you. Now, I usually choose my thyroid. Now, that's because I have some thyroid issues and I need to calm my system down here. But we're talking about adrenals, so you could definitely rub that right on your back, right about where your kidneys would be, which is kind of around the end of your rib cage. I would rub it somewhere in the middle of the last couple of ribs, somewhere in there. And that's going to be right over your adrenals. It's going to help calm them down just a little bit. It is a little bit stinky. I've had some complaints about it being a little stinky, but it's going on your rib cage. So like, big deal. But it's really a powerhouse and I love this product. Okay, the next one in this product is going to be Mag Pack from Trace Minerals. I really like this product because it has the right kind of magnesium to help you relax your muscles. And it comes in easy little packets, which I really love too, that you can just throw in some water or whatever. Additionally, to deal with some of that pain, because we're talking about magnesium in terms of relaxing your muscles and getting you to chill, Formula 303. Formula 303. This is by DC Laboratories, and this is fantastic. It was made by chiropractors for chiropractors, and it's supposed to be an alternative to Advil and aspirin and Tylenol. It only has 3 ingredients in it, which I really love. And those ingredients are valerian root, magnesium carbonate, and passiflora. And all of them are designed to kind of work as a muscle relaxant and take the edge off of things. It's really fantastic. So I definitely want that for if we're talking about muscle pain stuff, and that's what's keeping you awake, right? Or your tension or anxiety. One of my next favorites on this list is Rescue Remedy. I love this stuff. They have a sleep version. This is not the sleep version, but they do have a sleep version. You can use either one. I really like this. I keep this in my purse. I keep it really everywhere. It's fantastic for anxiety and like panic attacks and stuff like that. You just take a squirt and it helps you calm down. It's in a bottle. It's flower essences. You just take a little squirt of it and it's definitely going to help calm your system. And it's just one of my favorite tools for anxiety and panic and trying to get yourself to relax. It takes about 15 minutes or so. Don't go driving without seeing what it does to your system before you do that. But it's nice and gentle. And like I said, it takes about 15 minutes for it to sink in. I really like Rescue Remedy. Castor oil is our next one. It's got to be organic because you're about to absorb it. Now, castor oil is really interesting because it really absorbs a lot of things. It works kind of like an antioxidant and a binder, and it goes into your system and as through absorption through your skin, and it really just kind of helps bind all of that inflammation, which is really helpful. And I find that every time I use castor oil, I use it pretty much every night on some place on my body. I find that I sleep a lot deeper with it. You can use castor oil on like acute pain. So like, let's say your back hurts that day, rub it on your back. Or if you don't have a pain spot, then I would rub it like on your stomach because there's always something going on in there. And that's usually a good dispersion place for it. It is a little bit sticky. I highly recommend that you wear something that you don't mind getting a little sticky, but it does absorb fairly quickly. And then the other thing is, if you are going to rub it over your liver, which is going to be right under the underside of your diaphragm, then I highly recommend that you don't do it overnight because that's a big detox. This is a big pull. So you can rub it anywhere else but over your liver for overnight, because I've had some people that have had that and then it's too big a detox and then they have some symptoms as a result of too big a detox. So rub it anywhere else and you should have good results. I would also recommend that if you are going to use heat in conjunction with it, then you use the heat for a brief amount of time, because also that's going to force it deeper quicker as opposed to just letting it disperse naturally. But anyways, castor oil is a major powerhouse. I love it, and I definitely think it can help with sleep. Lastly, in my sleep kit is lavender oil. Now, I definitely recommend a good quality oil because there has been a lot of interesting stuff about how when these are contaminated, they can really mess with your system. So this one is Young Living. I don't particularly have a favorite between Young Living and doTERRA. I also really like the company Revive because they give you some of the same quality as these big brands, but at a cheaper price, and you don't have to be part of that MLM structure. So looking up that company Revive. But I do like lavender because it's got a ton of soothing benefits. If lavender is not a great one for you, for example, for me, it gives me headaches for whatever reason, maybe choosing a different one. Eucalyptus and peppermint are great options that are very soothing to the system. Again, I would put this one anywhere that you have pain specifically, but lavender in particular does really well on the bottoms of your feet, and interestingly, a drop or two in your armpit at night. It really, really helps for whatever reason, and there's a lot of lymph nodes in there, so it just seems to open them up there more than a lot of other oils. So I highly encourage lavender oil or eucalyptus or peppermint to help bring your system down. Smell is a big part of what calms your system down. It's a big part of talking to your vagus nerve. But I highly encourage using these oils like lavender, eucalyptus, and peppermint oil because they're very soothing. The smell is usually something that helps bring down our system. We associate it with good things usually. So I highly encourage utilizing that to help you sleep. It's a very powerful tool. So those are just a few of the things that I love to have in my sleep kit that I have at home. it kind of covers the vast array of things that you might have going on at 3 a.m. But if you have other great tips and tricks that you know that have helped you, be sure to leave them in the comments, as I'm always looking for more recommendations that work. If you are interested in trying my sleep kit, it will be available in links in the description. I always feel that having an array of options helps give me peace of mind, so hopefully these suggestions gave some to you as well. In the meantime, sweet dreams, family. Have a good one.